Welcome to Turkish Stars Explained Waving Hand. Today we're talking about a moment from Italian TV where Yaman addresses a label that's followed him for years, the sex symbol or heartthrob image, and why he says it doesn't really fit. No drama, no sensationalism. Just what he said, what it likely means, and the career signals to watch next. Let's get into it. For a long time, Yaman has been described with one kind of shortcut: the handsome lead, the heartthrob, the sex symbol. And to be honest, that label can look like a compliment from the outside. Sounds positive. Sounds like popularity. But here's what most people don't realize. Labels like that can also become a box. A box that decides what roles you get offered. A box that shapes how interviewers talk to you. A box that can shrink a career into a single vibe, even when you're trying to grow into something bigger. And that's why this recent comment matters. In the clip, Jaan basically communicates a simple idea. This label feels tight. It doesn't represent the full picture, and he wants to move beyond it. Now, before we go deeper, let's translate that into plain meaning. When an actor says a label doesn't fit, they're usually saying one of three things. First, I'm tired of being reduced to one trait. Not, I hate compliments. But, I don't want my entire identity to be that. Second, I want to be taken seriously in a broader way. Not only as a romantic lead but as an actor with range. Third, I'm actively steering my next chapter. Because actors don't just drift into new roles. They signal, they position, they negotiate. So why is this happening now? Think about where Jaan is in his timeline. In the last few years, he's moved through different markets and different kinds of projects. Italy international productions, and now a bigger push into Spain and streaming-style roles. That's not random. That's what career expansion looks like. And when someone is expanding, the old labels become heavier because they follow you everywhere. The sex symbol label is powerful for fame, but it comes with trade-offs. Can turn every interview into the same questions. It can make critics treat the work as secondary. Can make casting directors assume you only fit one type. And it can make the public forget you're building craft, not just attention. So if Jaan is saying this label feels tight, it's not a small complaint. It's a signal that he wants the conversation to shift. From image to skill, from vibe to range. Now, here's the part where it gets interesting for fans. When an actor tries to exit a label, they usually do it with a set of moves. You can actually track them. Move number 1. Role selection that breaks the pattern. They choose characters that aren't safe. Characters with flaws, darkness, complexity, or simply a different energy. Move number 2. Public language changes. They start using words like chapter, growth, new direction, different challenges. Not because it's a slogan, because they want the public to expect a shift. Move number 3, market strategy. They place themselves in projects that force a different perception. New languages, new genres, new platforms. It resets how people frame them. And if you look at Jaan's recent path, you can see why he would want that reset. Because here's a harsh truth about entertainment. You can be loved by the audience and still be trapped by your brand. And that's exactly why the heartthrob box can be dangerous. It's like the algorithm of public perception. Once it decides who you are, it's hard to retrain it. So when Jaan pushes back against that label, he's trying to retrain the perception. Calmly but deliberately. Now, some people will hear this and say, why complain? It's a compliment. But that's not the point. The point is, compliments can still be limiting if they become the only thing people see. And you can see this across many actors globally. Some careers explode fast because of a heartthrob moment, but the long-term winners are the ones who successfully pivot into broader roles. That pivot is the real test. So what should we watch next if this is truly a new chapter signal? Here are the clean signals. The next role choice. Is it another romantic lead that reinforces the image? Or a character that challenges it? The press tone. Do interviews focus more on craft, training, and character work? Or do they keep circling back to looks and fandom? The genre move. Action, thriller, espionage, historical drama. Genres can help break the pretty face narrative because they demand different energy. The platform positioning. Streaming platforms and international releases often care less about local labels and more about watchability. That can help a rebrand if the project hits. And that leads to the bigger takeaway. This isn't about rejecting fans or rejecting attention. It's about rejecting the idea that one label should define a whole career. If you're a fan, this is actually a positive sign because it usually means the person is aiming for longevity, not just visibility. Alright, I want to hear your opinion on this, and keep it respectful. Do you think this sex symbol/heartthrob image helps an actor's career more than it hurts, or does it eventually limit them? Comment. Helpful if you think it helps, or limiting if you think it limits. Thanks for watching Turkish Stars Explained. If you enjoy calm, no-fluff breakdowns about Jaan Yaman and the real career signals behind the headlines, subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next video.